Hey all, it's Yeggin, what's up? I am back here at my mob grinder, and I'm going to let you know that I was a little bit incorrect last time. If you watched my last two episodes about attacking and then conquering the stronghold, I said I was going to build a enchanting station in one of the libraries, and I decided I am not going to do that. No enchanting table in the library, and here's why. It makes a lot more sense. Follow me, you'll see what's going on. Alright. So the grinder's running. We can see, got all kinds of mobs coming down. We've seen this before, we've been over the grinder. But if you look ahead down at the bottom of the stairs, I think you can see what I've done. Alright. We look up there. We see the mobs falling. That's a good time. Alright, they're collecting over there so I can go kill them with my sword. But here, I brought bookshelves and I made myself an enchanting table. And the reason I did this, it should be obvious. I should have thought of it at the time. I have all my supplies here. I've got my lapis that I pulled out of minecart chests as we were investigating. I've got my supplies in my e-chest. I've got an anvil. And the reason is because this is where I get my XP currently. And if I enchant 1,000 blocks away and have to come all the way here to get XP, that doesn't make any sense. It's a total waste of time. So I built it here in the glass where I can just run over, get myself lots of XP, oh! Well, I've been having a lot of luck with this. I haven't had an explosion for a while, but now I'm back to damage control on this thing. Anyway, let's just take a break and give ourselves a little break from these guys for a minute. I'll fix that later off camera. It's just something that you're gonna have a problem with. There's just going to be explosions. I think, in fact, since I'm really, at this point, not that interested in the items that drop from these creatures, I've got tons and tons of the things that they provide. I think I'm just going to line the floor complete with obsidian and just simply do this for XP. I'm tired of losing hoppers to those explosions from creepers. Skeletons shoot at me, they hit a creeper, it explodes. That's, yeah, you just saw it happen. Lots of fun. But you can see anyway, I can build up my XP, I can come over here and I can enchant something. Just to give you an idea of what I can do in here, I can, let me see, I've got some books, I can throw a book in there, I've got lapis, I throw my lapis in there, and this gives me level 1, level 2, and level 3 spells. I want to use level 3 spells because that's the quality stuff. It's going to use 3 lapis and 3 enchantment levels, but I'm going to get efficiency 4 plus a question mark, who knows what's going to be in there. That's just efficiency 4. Throw another book in there. Sharpness 3. Yeah, I'm not getting any extra special stuff here. Unbreaking 3, that'll come in handy. Oh, and that's got lure 3 if I want to put lure 3 on my fishing pole. So, I'm just going to go ahead and stash those books for now. And I think you get the gist of what I'm going for here. This works out very, very well. Works out better than my exploding mob grinder. Alright. But this was not... Oh, look at this mess. I'm going to have to clean up this mess. Alright, this was not what this episode was about. This was just about doing a little bit of follow-up from last episode. I want to make sure that everyone knows what's going on. Alright. Look at these things pointlessly floating to their doom. I'm going to ride 100-something blocks away from them and they're all just going to de-res and disappear. And this whole journey will have been for nothing. How pointless. Alright, so my horse, he was wandering around, sometimes getting on the track, sometimes falling into water. We don't need any of that. So I made him a little corral. It works. He doesn't seem to leave it. I also made myself this torch so I can find my home base a little easier when I am out and about. And I am going to take you to a spot that I discovered. It's not one of the Holy Grail spots that I've been looking for, but it's a good spot that will be helpful. So in a moment when we get there, I'll show you what I'm talking about, what I found. It's a nice next step in the evolution of this project. Okay. Stay, horse. Here we are. It doesn't look like much of anything. But if you look carefully, you can see some green. Now, I'm always looking down into these dirt areas for green because I'm always hoping to find grass or trees, which I need. But that is a different type of green that I'm looking for. That, my friends, is a slime. So let's go down and see what Mr. Slime is up to. Okay, so what you gotta know, and you probably know this, but if you don't, you're learning it here. Slimes appear at any time of day in areas called slime chunks, which are, I believe, below level 40. And it's a full chunk, which is a 16 by 16 space. And when you're in a world like this, you find them jumping around basically in these dirt rooms when the dirt room appears in the slime chunk. And this one is jumped outside of it into a glass area that I cleared out, and one is just here in this. So if I wanted to get a lot of slime, which would help me, you know, build machines and stuff in the future, I could build a slime grinder. But the best slime grinders I know of, and there may be other ones that work, but the ones that will take these little guys down and deliver a lot of slime balls automatically without my paying any attention to them, they require cactus. And this world doesn't have cactus. I don't think this world has cactus anyway. It doesn't have sand. And I said in a recent episode, and probably more than one, that even if I had sand, it wouldn't be any good because I couldn't dupe it. There was no way I could make more sand out of sand. I've been watching some videos on the YouTube, and I think maybe I can dupe sand using a machine that I could build and some of the things that I have. So if I find even one piece of sand, I may end up with sand. But unless that one piece of sand I find has a cactus growing on it, which is highly unlikely. There are no desert biomes in this world, I don't believe. I'll never be able to make one of those cactus-based slime grinders. So here's what we're going to do. If I get the spawning distance away from this room, more slimes will spawn and I can collect. Now, just killing those two, I got 48 slime balls. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty decent way to get slime, but it's not like having a machine that will generate a lot. With 48 slime, I can make what, like 5 slime blocks? I'm going to need a lot more than that to make machines for later. When I'm really terraforming this thing, I'm going to probably want some machines to do various things. So maybe some flying machines. If I could ever get a TNT duping situation going, I could really change the landscape. But no sand, no TNT, so we're stuck without that. But what I'm going to do is show you how to make this much more efficient. I've cleared out the 16 by 16 area here that corresponds to the chunk that is the slime chunk on this map. Now, how you find this out, when you're in the glass world and you see a slime, mark the location where that slime was. Then go to a website there's a website called Slime Finder, I believe. You're gonna go there. I'll put it in the description of this video. Go there, put in the coordinates. It's going to show you a grid, and it's going to show you what the outlying areas of that particular grid is. And so you just go on here, use the coordinates, and you narrow out a space. You're going to want a floor, and then you're going to want 3 open spaces so those big slime cubes can spawn. And then you just make yourself a little tunnel that goes out the distance for the spawning distance, and you sit there and you wait for them to spawn, and you kill them with a looting 3 sword like I have. You get the most slime balls, the most bang for your buck. So I'm going to do that during the night, and I will see you back here in a little bit when I have a floor built and we're ready to go. Oh hey, I'm back for just a second. I grew a bunch of pumpkins and got myself some jack-o'-lanterns, and the reason I did that is because if I just go ahead and make this slab floor that is spawnable, other mobs will spawn on it. And that is a problem. We don't want other mobs to spawn on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw in jack-o'-lanterns every few spaces for good measure. The slabs at the spawning level are a better use of my resources, since resources are a little harder to come by in this world. So I can make one piece of cobble go a lot further. And yeah, I'm going to give myself a nice lit spawning floor that will only work for slimes. Anyway, we'll see you back here in a minute. Hey, alright, so I'm done. So, of course, I miscounted. I didn't bring enough slabs, so I had to use all my jack-o'-lanterns, and in the end I even used a little bit of wood to use some boards to finish out this floor. But the point is this: the spawning floor is ready. If I get far enough away, slimes are going to start spawning. This is the only place they can spawn. There's light, nothing else can spawn, and slimes don't care about the light in a slime chunk. So let's go check this out. Also, you'll notice that there's some dirt spots within viewing distance of here, but I've torchlit them all. These are the only mobs that are going to spawn. This is going to be it. So I'll go down that hallway, and we'll see if we can get some slimes to spawn. Let's see how fast it happens. Okay, so just a few seconds, a small slime spawned. I could probably sit and wait, but I think we'll just go take him out. Now, I was kind of hoping it would give me the larger ones. Let's see, though. I started with 48, now I got 59, so I got 11 slime balls out of that. It's not so bad. I mean, I'm definitely going to have some things to make sticky pistons now, and I can make a few slime cubes. Sun is rising. No other mobs anywhere. Let's get some slime. Now, this process is going to take a while. And it's kind of annoying. And again, a smaller cube. Perhaps I need to give one more level of space to get the bigger ones that I'm looking for. A looting 3 sword does give me a lot of slime balls, which is good. But I'm not getting the big cubes, which will give me more, which is bothersome. If we get another small one, I'll raise the roof. Another small one, I am going to raise the roof. But I've made one other mistake. You may have noticed that when you watch these videos, you see I make a lot of mistakes, and I'm not really like any kind of pro at this game. The thing that I really should have done is I really should have taken out the dirt floor above it, because that also is generating slimes. So let me do that, and we'll come back. Okay, I've gone ahead now and I've cleared out that room above, and I've raised the roof by 1 spot. It's 4 high. So let's see if that gives us any change in the spawn rates for the slimes. Hey, there we go. That's what we're looking for. It looks like we've spawned a small and a large, but since this is the first large slime that has spawned on the floor in here, I'm going to just assume that it was because we raised the roof. So they say you need 3 spaces, but maybe it works better with 4. And what did I get for slimes? You know, normally the big ones turn into 4 and then turn into a lot of smaller ones, but, well, I had 6 in that second stack. Now I've got 20. That's still not too bad. I still got 14 slimes out of that deal. And now we wait. So we'll just come down here to the end of my little AFK area, and I'll make myself a bench. And yeah, we'll make some slime blocks. See, it's simple as that. And these you can use, you probably know, for all kinds of great machines. So that's what we do here. I thought I had the perfect distance for spawning. Haha. Maybe I need to get a little closer. Make it happen faster. Hi, buddy. Back in business. The sun is rising over the bedrock. And I do not quite have enough slime, but I think that's about to end. If I'm lucky, these two middle-sized cubes are going to give me what I need. There we go. 2 stacks of 64 with a little left over. Alright, so there you go. There you have it. You want slime balls? You want to build yourself a throne of slime or some sort of health rejuvenating slime, what do they call those things? You know, you climb into them. If you're like Michael Jackson and you think they're going to make you like young and healthy. Capsule? Slime capsule? I don't know. Anyway, why would you do it? You wouldn't. Unless you're a person doing strange things on the internet, like trying to terraform a world of glass in a video game. Anyway, so that's it for this episode. And next episode, we're going to get to something more serious. I've been doing some searching out in the wastelands, and I found some interesting things. One of the, I'll give it away. I'll tease it. One of the things I've been looking for, I have found. So next episode, we take a major step forward. Until then, have a good one.